Sleeping can be challenging. Your sleep quantity and quality are influenced by a variety of things. Some of these make your sleep better, while others worsen it. The difference between a restful night's sleep and a night of tossing and turning can be made by just a few basic routines. I will discuss the behaviors you should adopt in this video in order to improve your sleep. While some behaviors will be more beneficial than others, the real magic happens when all of them are put together. You must be aware of and cognizant of both. So let us get right to the 9 habits that can help you sleep better. Get some early sunlight is habit number 1. The instant you awaken is the beginning of a nice night's sleep. Even though it may seem counterintuitive, getting sunlight throughout the day might really improve your nighttime sleep, as study has shown. How does your body determine when it is time to wake up and when it is time to go to bed, may I ask you? It does, in fact, follow your circadian rhythm or internal clock. Your body is programmed to change its metabolism and temperature at various times of the day, as well as to release certain hormones. It all depends on this internal clock for timing. Sunlight is one of the factors that controls this cycle. The primary cue that your body uses is sunshine, though there are other factors like food or activity as well. Your internal clock does not precisely follow a 24-hour rhythm, so it is not entirely accurate. In actuality, an adult human circadian clock runs for an average of 24 hours, 15 minutes. In essence, your beat is always moving ahead. But the erratic internal clock in your body is overwhelmed by sunshine, which resets it to 24 hours. For this reason, you should get at least 20 minutes of sunlight when you get up. By doing so, you signal to your body that the day has begun, which will cause you to feel drowsy earlier in the evening. On the other hand, daytime sunshine is scarce in some places. If you reside in one, get a lamp that looks like the sun and use it in the morning while doing anything else. Look up light therapy boxes or sad lights if you are curious. 2. Establish a wind-down regimen. People are frequently occupied till late hours, so when they climb into bed, all they aspire for is a quick nap. Because they are still stimulated by their activities, that rarely happens and they instead toss and turn for a while. Implementing a wind-down regimen before bed is what you want to do. Give yourself enough time to unwind and relax. Of course, that does not imply that you ought to watch television or use a computer or smartphone to play video games. These pursuits stimulate one too much. In actuality, turn off all of your electronics before going to bed. Instead, your bedtime habit should include a calming activity like reading or listening to music. You could also consider how your day went. Learn what was accomplished, what was not accomplished, and what needs to be improved. Or you could organize your day after today. Take a piece of paper and make a list of the things you must do. What are your objectives for the following day and how long will it take you to accomplish each one? These activities will aid in your relaxation because they do not stimulate your brain as much. You will experience sleepiness much more quickly. Get some exercise is number 3. We should all make an effort to exercise on a regular basis in order to keep our bodies healthy and to improve the quantity and quality of our sleep. In a study of individuals with severe insomnia, exercise provided advantages over the majority of sleep aids. It increased overall sleep time while decreasing the amount of time it needed to fall asleep and decreasing nighttime vigilance. Even while exercise is healthy for you and aids in restful sleep, engaging in it too late in the day may interfere with your sleep. This is because exercise has stimulating effects that raise alertness, heart rate, and adrenaline production. Additionally, it increases your body's core temperature, which can take up to 6 hours to return to normal. This is the opposite of what you want to happen at night. So, if it is possible, try to exercise in the morning or late in the day. Exercise first thing in the morning, especially if you wish to shift your sleep routine to an earlier period. Because your body will start to anticipate it and release more daytime hormones earlier in the day, such cortisol, you will naturally start waking up earlier. Walking does qualify as exercise, despite the fact that you might associate it with activities like running or weightlifting at the gym. That is because it continues to increase both your body temperature and heart rate over resting levels. However, other people may not have any issues working out in the evening and can really go asleep fast afterward. So, attempt to determine what suits you the best. Use your bed just for sleeping in. Number 4. Many people enjoy using their phones to browse the internet, play video games, or work on laptops while they are in bed. However, it is crucial that you reserve usage of your bed for sleeping. This is due to the fact that the human brain is constantly searching for patterns in order to automate behavior. You see, when you use your bed for anything other than sleeping, you are training your brain that your bed can be used for other things as well. Your brain will begin to associate your bed with that activity if you use it to watch TV or surf on your phone. Your brain will associate eating in bed with being hungry. Suppose you exclusively use your bed for sleeping. What happens? Yes, your brain will begin to associate your bed with only sleep, and every time you go to bed, you will feel drowsy straight away. This is why it is crucial to avoid your bed if you do not want to sleep and only enter it when you are ready to doze off. It will take some time for your brain to change if you are currently committing this sleep crime before it starts to only associate sleeping in your bed with falling asleep. But if you persevere, the reward is enormous. People have saved minutes of tossing and turning just by developing this practice. Make your bedroom cool. Option 5. One of the best things you can do tonight to get a better night's rest is to lower the temperature in your room. Your core body temperature automatically decreases to assist you fall asleep when your body needs to rest. It will be much simpler to fall asleep at night if your room is on the chilly side as opposed to warm. However, it can be a little difficult to obtain a good night's sleep if the temperature in the room continues to be too high. Sleeping rooms should be between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. Any amount above or below is likely to interfere with sleep. For many folks, this could come out as a touch too icy. Of course, each person's optimal temperature will differ based on their own physiology, gender, and age. Therefore, I suggest experimenting to find what works best for you. Here are some techniques for cooling down your bedroom. Close the blinds during the day to prevent the sun from shining inside. The windows should be open if the weather is cold enough. Or, if you have air conditioning, just turn it on. To spread cold air, you may also try using a fan pointed towards an ice-filled glass. Even though the environment should be cooler, some people may experience insomnia as a result of their hands and feet being too chilly. If such is the case, the solution is to wear a pair of warm socks to bed. Take a hot bath is number 6. Most likely, you have already employed this tried-and-true method of temperature modification. Contrary to what most people believe, a hot bath before bedtime really speeds up the process of falling asleep. Being warm and cozy does not cause you to fall asleep more quickly. Instead, the hot bath aids in drawing all the blood to the skin surface. Your head, feet, and hands all serve as excellent heat radiators. In essence, you are moving the heat from your body's center to the outside. Your body's core temperature drops as a result. Therefore, rather of being warm, you fall asleep more quickly as your core gets colder. And yes, surprisingly, a warm bath helps you cool off in the hot heat. Therefore, bathe or shower 1 hour before retiring to bed. To see results, all it takes is 10 minutes. The difference between your warm bathroom and your cool bedroom will also significantly aid in the onset of sleep. Also, taking a bath can put you at ease. If you prefer not to take a full bath at night, you can still help yourself cool off by giving your hands or feet a quick soak. Have a sleep schedule is number 7. This should be the sole piece of advice you take away from this video. People have a hard time adjusting to changes in their sleep habits since they are creatures of habit. You will not be able to fall asleep at 10 p.m. just because you want to if you typically go to bed at 2 a.m. Simply said, because your body is not accustomed to it, you will not feel drowsy at that time. A regular sleep schedule aids in the timely release of sleep-inducing hormones by your body. Melatonin, a sleep hormone, in particular, controls awake and sleep. You ought to go to bed at around the same hour every day because of this. You can significantly reduce the amount of time you spend tossing and turning by following a regular schedule. This is due to the fact that each night at the same time, you will naturally begin to feel drowsy. Therefore, I urge you to take some time to sit down and create a regular sleep regimen that you can stick to. not only throughout the work week but also on the weekends. People typically stay up later on Fridays and Saturdays, disrupting their sleep patterns in the process. Consequently, waking up on Mondays is much harder. You could do this by establishing an alarm for when it is time to sleep. We frequently set an alarm for when it is time to wake up, but it is actually better to have an alarm that alerts you when it is time to turn in for the night. Optimize your bedroom. Number 8. Imagine your bedroom as a cave. It should be dark, silent, and frigid. The reasons the bedroom should be cool are clear from the earlier considerations. However, did you know that light-sensitive receptors can be found on your skin? Your body detects light in your bedroom and sends signals to your brain that may prevent you from falling asleep. Thus, it goes beyond simply wearing a face mask over your eyes. If you want to sleep well, you should do so in total darkness. Therefore, remove anything that emits light from your bedroom. Get some blackout curtains so your room is completely dark if there is light from the outside streetlights. Additionally, noise will keep you from sleeping, which is not surprising. So you also want to get rid of that. There are times when you have no control over the noise because the neighbors are throwing a party or anything similar. If that is the case, I advise wearing earplugs all night long. White noise is another tool you could utilize. You will be able to sleep more quickly because it will drown out any other noises. Just search for white noise on YouTube. Number 9. Mindfulness. People frequently reflect on all the things that went wrong in their day as soon as they get into bed, worry about the future, and, of course, remember a discussion they had 2 years ago and consider what they should have said. And it all occurs just before they were scheduled to go to sleep. Does it ring a bell? This is the end outcome of all the anxiety that accumulated over the day. When we are anxious or stressed out, our minds race with ideas rather than going to sleep at night, which makes our brains hyperactive and keeps us up. Therefore, you might want to consider what is happening in your life that is stressing you out and see if there is anything you can do about it. The relaxation method of meditation is helpful in this situation. Many people believe that meditation is just for hippies. However, there is a wealth of scientific evidence demonstrating its positive effects on total sleep time, sleep efficiency, and sleep quality. If you are not familiar with meditation, you should watch the video I prepared to explain it. But in a nutshell, you breathe through your nose slowly and profoundly. Let us say you concentrate on your breathing for 10 minutes. Your thoughts will stray, but that is okay. Simply bring your focus back to your breathing whenever you become aware that you have wandered off into thought. You continue doing this until your anxiety and stress levels decrease or until you feel tired. At that time, you go to sleep. So if your mind is racing, use meditation to quiet it. Okay, this concludes the video. The 9 habits listed above are the ones you should adopt if you wish to improve your sleep. We wish you a restful night's sleep and hope you learnt something new.